And I never thought I'd be saying this, but welcome to the Bird Nest podcast. You know what I mean? And featuring me and my co-host. You know what I'm saying? Or featuring my co-host and I, Ayzo Games. If you want to introduce yourself.
What's up? What's going on, guys? It's a pleasure for you guys tuning in. It's an awesome feeling to be here. We never thought we would do something like this, but it kind of took, honestly, a set of balls to kind of just, kind of get it going.
Yeah.
I mean, we're scared to death of doing
it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like once we get the ball rolling, I feel like we'll feel more comfortable with the platform and just talking into a camera, like recording and things of that nature. I think we're good, though. I think we're good.
Because we're not only talking to each other, we're talking to people. So
to an audience.
So we gotta get the ball rolling and get used to doing that type of thing. Besides playing games and hitting clips.
Yeah, and just chatting. You know what I'm saying? And just chatting privately. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we talk like the conversations that we're gonna be having on the Bird Nest podcast are just like simple conversations that we'd usually have in the Discord, or you know what I'm saying, that you guys would have with your friends normally. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we basically are just friends talking in the Discord. Exactly. It's just now we're being recorded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So and I think it's gonna be cool, man. I think it's gonna be fire.
It's to an audience, and like I said, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We plan on uploading these every Friday to YouTube, and we're going to try to do a little Spotify thing. I don't know if Spotify come up first this time, but we do plan on maybe expanding to that platform and trying to make something happen on there too as well.
No, yeah, absolutely. And just to start off by introducing myself to those who don't know who I am I guess you could say, a Twitch streamer, content creator that goes by the name of Jbird Gaming. I usually play recently I've been playing a lot of Valorant. You know what I'm saying? Valorant has just been tier 1 right now in the gaming industry, so I've just been really just messing with that. But yeah, like that's basically it. I just play video games, man. Really.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what it is. If you don't know who I am, I mean, if you watch Jbird, you about damn near know who I am at this point.
Yeah. Basically.
I mean, if you watch my channel, you know who he is. But if you just so happen not to know, and this is your first time tuning in, I'm also a Twitch streamer. I try my best to, I do a little bit of everything. There ain't no one particular thing. Right now, recently, trying to do walkthroughs, expanding to YouTube, trying to grow a presence on YouTube now that Jbird knows of. I kind of got my little Twitch thing going, but now it's kind of starting to expand to broader horizons because you can't just sit there and stay on one thing. And that also starts with this. This is part of that.
Yeah. And before we move forward, I do want to say the links to all of our you know what I'm saying, the links to our streaming platforms and things of that nature will be in the description below.
Yeah, with that, and you can also see them below us too. So
of course.
Yeah, you can see them below us, and go check us out. Drop a follow, subscribe.
Yeah. I was just going to say, if you are watching this on YouTube, welcome to the Bird's Nest podcast. Be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified every time we upload a podcast episode. And with that being said, the controversial topic in the gaming industry today, which platform is the better streaming platform, YouTube or Twitch? And I think that's the first topic that me and Ayzo will talk about today.
Yeah.
And I'll let you go first. I'll let you start it off first.
All right.
I'd like to hear your opinion about it first.
So, and I'm just going to come out straight because we're going to mention other YouTubers. We're going to mention other streamers here. We're going to talk about their opinions and where we kind of got this from. Okay, so the guy I've been watching recently is a guy by the name of Harris Heller. And if you know him, he was an old Vine creator along with his girlfriend. I can't remember her name right now. If y'all do end up somehow in God's green earth miracle watch this, then I'm sorry. But he had this topic come up and he brought it up about going from Twitch to YouTube because he had a pretty solid following on Twitch. I believe he was around 160,000 followers. And I mean, I can't remember how many monthly subs he had. That's where he gets paid from, a lot of it. But he made a huge switch early or not even early, I would say, to YouTube. And it's really just an idea of what benefits he thought he would have going into it. He basically rebranded himself, going to YouTube and things like that. And I think that's a big deal. If you look at it in a close perspective from somebody that does have a massive following on Twitch compared to YouTube, which he has his own YouTube channel too, big gaming type in YouTube, like tech reviews and stuff like that. He does do that type of stuff, but to move to a platform where he doesn't stream and where he doesn't have that type of following in even a Twitch standpoint, it's kind of a big deal, I would think, right?
Not absolutely. I couldn't agree anymore. And yeah, I was just gonna say to I guess the rebuttal to the previous question, which is the better streaming platform. As of right now, I personally believe, and like I said, this is just me with what I'm saying. Maybe I'm being a bit biased because I do stream on the Twitch platform. But I was about to say, as of right now, Twitch, in my opinion, is the better streaming platform right now. But I do think very soon, very soon, that YouTube is going to overtake it. And I think we were talking about this the other night, and a lot of people were contemplating on whether or not YouTube is probably going to kill off Twitch if it continues at this rate. Because you see all these bigger streamers that are leaving Twitch to go to YouTube, and whether that's for the bag or whatever the reasons may be. But yeah, me personally, I feel like I just like the environment Twitch has right now, like with the sub emotes and the bits and the donations and these subs and stuff like that. But the one problem that I think me and a lot of other, I guess you could say, smaller content creators on the Twitch platform have is just that there's not as much exposure for the smaller streamers on Twitch than there is on YouTube, where you can literally get recommended to somebody with 30 subs on YouTube. Heck, you right now watching this podcast are probably getting recommended to this podcast because you listen to podcasts. If we're on Twitch right now and we're just randomly, let's just say COD, the new Modern Warfare 2 just came out, or the campaign at least. Let's just say I'm streaming the campaign. There's thousands of other streamers that are going to be streaming it, big streamers that they're going to be pushing out more than they would us. I guess you could say like 50 subs or 50 follower Twitch channels. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only flaw I guess you could say I have with Twitch. But other than that, Twitch is a great platform.
Oh, I mean, I completely agree.
Yeah.
Honestly, like right now, but I would say I would take that with a grain of salt. I have a feeling that YouTube could very much win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Just like you said, and the main thing I honestly think is exactly the topic that you hit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the truth. It's like right now. I mean, we got guys that come and watch us, and that's great. They're friends. They're guys. They're a couple of guys that we've met on stream. We're not averaging 100 viewers.
Absolutely not.
but I mean, we have a small little group, but it's hard to expand beyond that group because Twitch doesn't recommend regular videos like YouTube does. Like you said, like even today, I had just purchased looking into a new camera for streaming with.
Yeah.
And I got recommended somebody doing a tech review of a guy with
exactly
15 subs, but he had an awesome tech review about the particular topic I had, so it pulled him up first.
Yeah, and I think that's what YouTube does a great job at, is just knowing what you like to watch. Like, I can go on YouTube right now and pull my recommended page up, and it's either going to show me one of the podcasts that I watch, or one of the, you know what I'm saying, several YouTubers I watch. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on Twitch, you're either going to have on the right side the people that you follow, that they're live, or the tens of thousands of big streamers that they're pushing out. They're not going to push out content that you generally like to watch. They're going to push out the bigger streamers, and I guess you could say in that genre or whatnot. And that's just like I said, that's just the only flaw with Twitch. Though I love Twitch, you know what I'm saying? I love streaming on Twitch. But like I said, if you want to grow and I guess you could say be successful in content creating, I definitely think either YouTube streaming or Facebook gaming is definitely the move, because like I said, it's just not as much exposure on Twitch.
Well, there's that, but honestly, there's also some cons other to YouTube besides just that.
Mm-hmm.
One major pro though is you can stream 1440p 60 frames per second on Twitch or YouTube. You can you can really stream, I believe, at any frame / resolution you want to. Like, I mean, we do 1080p 60, or I personally do 1080p 60, but a lot of guys they can do a lot more than that, and they want their content to be shown. I mean, they pay thousands of dollars for high class cameras. They want their
the highest potential that they can get.
I'm trying to say they want their product that they make to be of that caliber. Twitch doesn't have that. It's even hard for even people that stream 1080p 60. You know, Twitch has its own thing, and not many people push that on Twitch. And for some reason, it seems like it's a lot easier to do that on YouTube. I don't know the specifications into it, but There's also things such as join. That's another thing. Let's talk about a con of YouTube though. Let's talk about the membership, gaining your membership.
Yeah, I feel like one way I guess you could say like I was saying, it's just the environment on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? They had the sub, and you know what I'm saying, you got sub badges and emotes and stuff like that. I'm not too sure if you I think YouTube has sub badges and emotes, but I don't think it's as normalized as Twitch sub badges and emotes. But like you were saying, the join button, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Ayzo, but I don't think like if you're on mobile, let's just say I'm watching a YouTuber on mobile, I don't think the join button is on mobile. I think it's only on desktop for now, maybe. But I might, like I said, I might be mistaken.
I don't,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know if that's the case. I haven't tried. Like I said, I don't. I'll just say it like
Let me
this.
see.
Let's say it like this. When I was on Twitch, well, while I'm on Twitch, I'm subbed to 3 or 4 channels at a time. Because I mean, I'm subbed to yours, you know,
Yep.
And a couple of other people. But YouTube, I haven't even thought about joining once.
That's absolutely right, and that's what, and that.
And I
goes
mean,
into
I
that
have
factor
a,
of,
and I'll say this, and me speaking to you, and because you know me, I
Nah,
consider
yeah.
watch YouTube a lot more than I watch Twitch. And
Nah,
I
yeah, and I
watch a
think
lot of big time YouTubers that will have the opportunity to hit the join button, but
nah, yeah,
and I'd never consider it. You know,
yeah,
not even consider it because I would support that creator, but
nah, yeah,
I don't think about it. It's not like it's not involved into the YouTube. What do you call it? The mainstream part of YouTube. Normally, YouTube, you just got what, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell.
yeah,
Not
nah, yeah.
subscribe, join, and whatever the hell else.
And
It's
yeah,
just
and I was just about to hit on that. I just feel like I do think that there people are getting better at it because there are some YouTubers that I watch that do say, hey, if you want some exclusive content beyond what you're getting now, hit that join button. But like I was just about to say, like they don't push it as much as they would, like, hey, subscribe, like, comment, you know what I'm saying, hit the noti bell.
Yeah.
But I feel like as time goes on, more content creators are gonna, you know what I'm saying, be more likely to push out that join button. You know what I'm saying? And that's where that just also, you know what I'm saying, not to rebuttal back to that topic, but that's why I feel like the environment on Twitch is just slightly better. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I mean, those two are the basically only things that Twitch provides you, is the subscription button and donating bits, obviously. And then if you got your PayPal and all that set up, you can get donations.
And I believe YouTube has super chat, and
yeah, they got super chat,
but what they don't have like a level. Well, I don't think it has a level system, does it? It doesn't have, like, you got bits. That's one way you can get paid. You got subscriptions. That's another way you get paid, which is technically
donations.
Technically the joins, and then you have just straight up donations that appear on stream.
And just a disclaimer for the listeners in the audience: just take this with a grain of salt, because neither of us have streamed on YouTube, so we don't want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying, that is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just correct us in the comment section below. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
yeah. I mean,
we're kind of just
if we're hitting on topics, that's not, you know, and this is the part of it. I mean, you just, I mean, we're speaking from minds that's watched YouTube, that hasn't really focused on streaming YouTube. Not like we haven't looked into it in a sense, but it's just the idea. When we said we want to stream, we said we want to stream on Twitch. And when it's just now that YouTube, almost in a sense, and maybe not YouTube itself, but just the people, is making a push for YouTube to make that happen.
Yeah.
And
I can
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I couldn't agree anymore, because like, literally, like I said, like, very soon YouTube is gonna like take over the streaming platforms, and they're on the verge of doing so. You know what I'm saying? Just because they have that, you're more likely to get more exposure on YouTube than you would Twitch. And I feel like that's a big deciding factor for us smaller streamers. You know what I'm saying? That would like to, you know what I'm saying, not grow super rapidly, but we'd like to have, you know what I'm saying, we'd like to average around 10 views a stream. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When on Twitch, if your followers are in school or sleep during the time of day, you could go a whole stream with having 1 or 2 viewers in the chat for literally a whole stream. So it's just that exposure part. You know what I mean? That's just like the key.
Another thing,
like, my key flaw with Twitch.
Another thing that I was going to mention about Twitch, and I mean, I know we talk about this a couple of times, and and I still have yet to see it worked this way, and maybe I'm very confused and I just haven't figured it out yet. But YouTube almost doesn't have, like when you upload to YouTube, when you stream on YouTube, it's almost as if you uploaded that video to YouTube.
Yeah,
and
you can private it though.
And
you can private it though.
But I'm saying you can private it and things like that, and you can save it, and but I'm saying it stays there, and it's like an upload. In a sense, I don't believe Twitch does that, right?
Nah.
No,
I mean, they'd have to like literally go to your channel and click on like videos or VODs or whatnot. But I think it's not
but it's not
unnormal.
It's not an all time thing. Like like I'm saying, like
it goes away after.
Yeah, I want somebody to, if they're watching my stream on my Twitch, I want them to be able to watch anything I stream, from the podcast or the stream or the game that I streamed. Like right now, me and you are playing person through Gotham Knights. You know, go check it out tomorrow. Twitch.
Hey, I'm saying
Thursday.
Word.
I mean, I know you ain't gonna see it, but it'll be after that. But yeah, check us out playing the game.
Nah, yeah, for sure. On both of our streaming platforms.
Yeah, both of them. But you play that. I want somebody to be able to watch that whenever they want to. Say Gotham Knights 2 or something comes out in 3 years, 2 years, and somebody wants to go back and watch me personally play Gotham Knights. I believe that they should be able to. Yeah, this one, the one that we're playing now.
Okay.
I'm saying like I'm talking down the road, 2 years from now.
Yeah, I was just clarifying for the audience.
Yeah, if they wanted to watch me play it before they went and watched me live play the new one, they should be able to do that. Just like right now, like say Markiplier, for example. I'm using him just because I know I used him with the Five Nights. I'm using him with the Five Nights at Freddy's thing. I can still go back and watch him play Five Nights at Freddy's. I think it's 1 now. It's like one of his most liked videos. And then, like, even like here the past year, they've come out with a new one, but I can still go back and catch up. Like if I was lost and didn't know what was happening, I can go back and watch the previous things and then catch myself back up. So I think that would be a good thing I think that would be a good thing to have on a Twitch platform. And even search to sit like look up just Ayzo or Jbird Gotham Knights. And it pulls up.
Yeah, kind of,
Yeah.
I definitely feel where you're coming from. Kind of like, I definitely see where you're coming from. And Twitch does have something like that, but they do have that actually. It's just you have to physically save it and make it where it's visible for your followers to watch. But I definitely see where you're coming from. Like on YouTube, if you stream strictly from YouTube, it's gonna upload and it's gonna be on your channel until you delete it or private it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to hit on that the search and video idea, unless Twitch starts to like push out like video related content, I'm not too sure if they'll do something like that. Just because they're a streaming strictly platform. You know what I'm saying? Like Twitch is like the platform for just streaming. You know what I mean? On YouTube, on the other hand, you know what I'm saying? Before it was even streaming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was more for like videos, and I'm 9 times out of 10, I hop on YouTube just to watch videos, just like Ayzo probably does.
Yeah.
Like occasionally, I'll stop by and check on a YouTube streamer just to check it out, just because, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because why not? And I know people that stream on YouTube that actually enjoys it and think that is 10 times better than Twitch. And it's like I said, I think at the end of the day, it's just really based off of what you enjoy streaming off of more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Twitch or YouTube.
At the very moment, it's a personal preference.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, like I said, sooner or later, YouTube may take over. Just saying, because for reasons like you said, like I want to be able to look up a stream. You know what I'm saying? Like a specific stream, like Gotham Knights Walkthrough Part 1. I want to go through and see that specific episode without having to scroll through his channel and go all the way back to 2018 or 2022, 2 years from now, and see a game that if I could just search up the specific gameplay, bam, I could just click on it.
Or almost add like a playlist kind of
do. They got that. Yeah. I actually got a playlist from my Walking Dead Telltale series that I made back in August.
So they do have stuff like that. That is
neat.
Yeah. Okay. All right. See,
it's just more difficult to set that up than it would be on YouTube. Like on YouTube, it's literally like 2 clicks. On Twitch, you gotta like save the video, chop it down, make sure there's no copyrighted audio, which is, you know what I'm saying, with YouTube. And that's another thing I wanted to hit on, but let me finish this topic first. I wanted to say, You have to like save it, then put it in a playlist, and it's just a bunch of that goes into it that's on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying, like on YouTube it's very simplified. But another thing I wanted to hit on is copyrighted audio. You know what I'm saying? I think
Yeah.
everybody can agree with me when I say this is copyrighted audio is probably the worst thing ever invented, which I understand why. You know what I'm saying? It has a lot to do with money and monetization, but dear gosh, it sucks. But a major factor of why I decided to stream on Twitch is because they're a slightly more lenient whenever it comes to copyrighted audio than YouTube. Like if you play like more than 15 seconds on YouTube, they're automatically copyright striking your whole video, your whole stream. Otherwise on Twitch, as long as you don't publish it, I think you're straight. You know what I'm saying? And obviously you can't just have straight music blasting. But I think Twitch is like a great platform for people that like to do I forgot what it's called when you just like doing like a listening party. Like for instance, like let's just say Drake drops a new album, and I just want to stream my reaction to that album.
Right.
Twitch would definitely be the platform for that because although I'm not too sure how the profiting works off of that, like you'd be more comfortable streaming it on Twitch than you would on YouTube because like literally on YouTube they're gonna copyright strike it as soon as they hear the first 5 lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big reason why I decided to stream on Twitch other than YouTube. And then I don't mean to, you know what I'm saying, hog all the time.
No,
but
you good. You good, buddy. Go ahead.
One of the main reasons, like I guess you could say the top reason for me personally was and I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying, money is everything, but how easy it was to become affiliated on Twitch than it towards
That's what I was
getting
hitting on
monetized
earlier.
on YouTube.
That's what I was hitting on the memberships earlier. That's what I was getting to. Yeah.
Because on YouTube, like, bro, you have to not only do you have to have 1,000 subscribers, you have to have 0 copyright strikes, which I think is, you know what I'm saying, reasonable. But you also have to have 4,000 watch hours, or 4,000 public watch hours, which I think is insane. Because I mean,
that's a lot,
you know what I'm saying, unless you're just yeah, and it's gonna take a lot of time, and I think you have to have it within a year. So let's just say you're getting close 8 months from now. If you don't get that, the rest of that 4,000 watch hours before the 12 months is up, then you know what I'm saying, you just have to start over. And I think that's I don't like that. That's the one thing I don't like. When on the other hand, on Twitch, all you have to do is have 50 followers. You have to average like 5 viewers
simultaneously.
Chatting.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
And it's just 10 times easier to get affiliated and profit off of Twitch than it is on YouTube at the moment. I feel like that's one thing YouTube could try to fix on.
Right. I think, and this is going to turn some heads again to consider how much shit we've talked.
Not yet.
I think if Twitch, you know, does some things, they can win.
Nah,
they
bro, most definitely.
And they won't end up. See what everybody. The reason that me and you are even having this topic, the reason that we even talk about this, people are thinking Twitch is going to turn into something like Mixer, and then everybody that stays on Twitch, even though they're not jumping, they're just sticking with what they know. They think they're going to be out of not necessarily for us, but some people are going to be out of a job, and they're going to have to start from scratch and things like that. And you know, I mean, I hope we get there one day. But some of these guys that aren't there now, if it happens anytime soon, you know, it could be a big deal for them. You know, life changing almost.
Yeah.
And that's what they're scared of. But the thing is, I think Twitch has the ability to change just a couple of things, add a couple of things that could, you know, better them to win, to give them a fighting chance. Because right now, everybody's wanting to jump ship.
Yeah.
And all they're waiting for is just a reason. Like one, some people I'm sure is waiting on just one copyright strike on Twitch, and then they're jumping to YouTube. Like they're just waiting for one little nitpicky thing to happen. And you know, like I said, you know, the searching thing, that's something that you could add. I would personally enjoy that. I don't know how many other people would like if I can go search through, like, say my favorite streamer, like you, Jbird, for example. If I mean, we have there's no telling how many streams we have. If you're able to search through and find, say, Jbird Walking Dead Telltale series, it'll pull right up. And almost like a browsing platform, kind of like YouTube does when you pull it up. Scroll through a bunch of videos that's yours or whatever. And then when you're not looking at your videos, if it's no longer Walking Dead Telltale series, it turns into more of your content because you're searching, or more Walking Dead Telltale series content of somebody else's. But it kind of exactly exactly almost, I hate to say this, but exactly almost like a YouTube search. That's exactly what you need to add to Twitch to make it full. I'm not, and it might, and I'm not saying it needs to take a whole turn to a video creation type platform to make it happen. There's a lot more creative minds at Twitch right now
Mhm.
than me and you sitting here on this podcast. I'm sure.
Absolutely. And
But they
go
can
ahead,
take
go
the
ahead.
bare bones of that and turn it into something that's better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to improve the product, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even if they don't do something exactly like that, just something where I could specifically search up a specific vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And and one major thing that I like, I feel like the really one of the only things Twitch needs to do to improve their platform is just the exposure, you know what I'm saying? Because
Discoverability.
yeah, discoverability, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like the key factor in them really just, saying staying on top of the streaming industry. Because I'm gonna keep it a stat. A lot of people are gonna want to go ahead and stream on Twitch just for the factors that I listed earlier. Like you can get paid within a month of streaming on Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's almost, I'm not gonna say impossible, but it's almost impossible to get monetized on YouTube in a month unless you're just pulling fantastic numbers.
I mean, even do the
But
math on that. Is there 4,000 hours in a month?
hey,
I mean, like,
I
hold
have
on.
no clue. I have no
There's
clue. Maybe you can like edit in like the time, whatever,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
What's calling
yeah.
it? But yeah, but regardless of the situation, I feel like it's just like it's easier to get like affiliated on Twitch than it would to be getting monetized on YouTube. But that's just me personally. That like they could just increase the discoverability on Twitch. I feel like that it'd be tier one. I think Twitch would probably be the best platform to stream on. And as of right now, I think it still is going to continue to be the top streaming platform just because how easy it is to get affiliated. You know what I'm saying? How easy it is to profit off
Right,
of Twitch.
right. And I
And
believe it's an internet. I like Twitch. Twitch
nah, yeah,
is
I love Twitch, man.
like,
I
let's
think
just
it
be
has a lot
honest.
of potential still.
Like, yeah, let's just be honest and cut to the chase. I love being on Twitch, and
The environment
I think anybody
is
that
just amazing.
streamed on Twitch has enjoyed it.
Yeah,
Unless you
it's
just
just more relaxing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Um,
Because you
if
don't have
it
to really worry about as many like copyright strikes or you know what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about as. I feel like YouTube is more strict than Twitch.
right.
But go ahead, my bad.
I believe you can also watch movies on Twitch if you have a watch party, which is everything that you said. I
Yeah. Oh
think,
yeah, yeah.
like,
You
I think I
can.
seen something about that because I thought about doing something like that, not too long ago, and I just wanted to check to see if it was a thing. And I believe that with some type of watch party thing, you can do that, or
Mm.
something of the sorts. Maybe not necessarily a full blown movie, but like you were
Nah, I
talking
know
about
what you
earlier
mean.
too. Yeah, like you can do a lot of cool things on Twitch, and
Exactly.
it's almost like they need to market Twitch
Mm-hmm.
more or less than change
Yeah.
anything. Now that I think about it, so not even more or less they need to change much. Besides a couple of discoverability things, that's the main thing. That almost solve all everybody's problems, but
Mm.
it's the market. Like you watch an ad and I mean YouTube comes up on freaking, or like YouTube TV. I mean I know that's one thing that they have.
Nah,
I'm
yeah.
saying, but they'll market. But what do you see? You see YouTube. So
Exactly.
so I think Twitch needs to have more marketing than what they have. They have TwitchCon, which I thought is interesting.
Yeah.
They have like a whole event for themselves for Twitch streamers and anybody that's wants to come check out streams on the platform, wants to come check it out. I think that's cool, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like I see a lot more YouTube slapped everywhere than I see Twitch,
Nah, yeah, and I can 100% agree with that. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely more advertised than Twitch is for sure.
and
But
I think that's what
oh, go
makes
ahead.
it
I'm
bigger.
sorry.
I think that's what makes it bigger in a
Nah,
sense.
yeah. Nah, I can 100% agree. And since we are on the topic of streaming, we personally are gaming streamers and things of that nature. We're gaming content creators, and so since we're on the topic of gaming, the next topic I would like to talk about is the state of the gaming industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Has gaming fallen off, or are we just getting older? You know what I'm saying? Are we just getting older? Because I think me and Ayzo are in our early 20s. You know what I'm saying? I'm 22. You're
20,
21, right?
just turned 22.
So we're both 22. You know what I'm saying? We're in our early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Compared to when we were having games dropped on the Nintendo 64 on the PS2, we have these PS5s and Xbox Series X's and these $1,000 PC setups. Like, you would figure games would be more entertaining, more advanced. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Is it just us? Is it just us?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I enjoyed gaming more back
I was
on the old gens, like on
I was
PS2.
just about to ask you this. I was about to ask you. You have a decent PC setup. You have a decent game set. We have
Yeah.
PS5s, all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you enjoy playing games on more? Do you enjoy playing Madden 22, or do you enjoy playing NCAA
NCAA.
06? Or
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what do you enjoy more, or do you like playing? I haven't personally played it yet. I know some of my buddies have, and I will get to a walkthrough of it. You know, this Friday, COD Modern Warfare 2 drops full
Yeah, I
release.
haven't played it as well.
Be cool to watch. You know, maybe some gameplay. Me and Jbird, anyways,
Ah, yeah.
hitting at some stuff. But you know, you have that. Do you enjoy? Would you enjoy the new Modern Warfare 2, or do you enjoy OG? You know, like
Yeah, like Modern
that.
Warfare, the original Modern Warfare 2,
Yeah.
not the, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody's played the original Modern Warfare. I hope that watch this. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
do you still get that same feeling when something happens, like when Shepard turned and shot Ghost at the end of the
Mhm.
game? Do you still get that same feeling like that you got when when Soap died? You know, like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, is it the same feeling? Do you still have the same energetic energy that you had back then?
Yeah, me personally, I won't even lie, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I think the last time I felt like some type, I guess you could say, emotion from playing like a campaign game, we'll just call it campaign or story mode game, is I don't know if you ever played that game, Detroit
Yeah,
Become Human.
yeah,
That was like one of the last like really good games I played, and that came out on PS4. And Red Dead Redemption 2, that was a
yeah.
solid story mode. But besides those two, and like I said, I haven't played every single game in the world, so obviously I don't know if
Right.
I'm missing a game or not. You know what I'm saying? That could be a sleeper. But like it's just like they don't make the games like they used to no more. And I'm not trying to sound like no old head, but like for instance, like I'm not, you know what I'm saying, not trying to change the topic or anything, but like they don't make any more good racing games. You know what I'm saying? Obviously they got
Ooh, hold
Forza,
on, that's new.
they got Forza and
Okay.
what's it called? The Club, something like that. But
Well,
like, bro,
well, no, they have NASCAR still. They still have NASCAR.
yeah, but I'm saying like street racing
Yeah,
games. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
I know
back
what
in
you
the
get.
day,
Oh, well, Forza has two. Well, they used to have two. I don't know if they still have two now. They had Horizon, which is like the you buy your Lamborghinis and shit and race across the country, and then you have their motorsport games, Forza
Mhm.
Motors or whatever it's called. But that's like the only
See,
two. There's like none now. Or Need for Speed, I guess. Didn't they come out with a game recently? Maybe, kind of.
I
I
think
don't.
they're actually coming out with another one, which I hope it doesn't flop. But like I'm saying, like I'm talking like OG street racing, like
Oh, Midnight
damn,
Club.
bro.
Easy.
I was just about to get on that,
Yeah.
bro. Midnight Club Dub Edition is probably one of the greatest racing games of all time because it gives you like I don't like. I'm talking about the original Fast and the Furious. It gives you that vibe. You know what I'm saying? It's real
Right.
street racing. It's not like, oh, it's like an Olympic sport race. It's not sport racing. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? It's street racing, illegal street racing. And I'm not obviously trying to condone illegally racing, but Midnight Club was such a classic. And the reason why I'll say it's probably one of the greatest games of all time is because I mean I just loved how, or at least greatest racing games of all time. I don't want anybody coming from my neck saying that Midnight Club is a top game of all time. But the reason why is just because I mean, bro, like it was so like for it to come out on like it's about 360 and PS3, I think it was. It was so graphically amazing.
Right. To
Like I
me, it
would catch
was. I
myself,
mean, it might have been just me being a kid, but I thought it looked
yeah,
amazing.
like swear. And then pink slipping. Like I don't think enough games have that option. You know what I'm saying? And then how creative you could get. And you would think, you know what I'm saying, these newer games being out and stuff like that, that you would have more creativity. But I'm telling you, there was nothing that compares to Midnight Club when it came to creativity. I felt like I could really make that car mine.
Oh,
And like now, when you have like Forza and stuff, I'm not trying to say it's too easy, but it seems like you can get a new car, you know what I'm saying, just like in the snap of the fingers, and you can just download somebody else's creation. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And obviously, you're not forced to do so. It's just on Midnight Club, I just feel like
It's convenient.
the grind was there. Like I wanted to race so I could get better cars and faster cars. When on these new games, it's like, bro, you start off with a decent car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not
Or you
starting
could
from the
pay to
bottom
win.
like you.
Or you could pay to win.
Yeah,
You know.
that's another thing. Like 9 times out of the games that are released nowadays is pay to win, or you can pay to boost. You know what I'm saying? Your
Right.
your progression, and so it's just like I don't know. Me personally, I don't think it's because I'm getting older. I just feel like I don't know. It's just dry. It's just dry. And maybe with these upcoming games that's coming out soon, like the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, maybe they hit. Um, one game that I'm super excited for personally is the Hogwarts Legacy. I'm
Oh, that's a
stoked
good
up for
one.
that game to drop.
That's a good
I'm
one.
hoping that's a good one. But yeah, I just think it's just dry. You know what I'm saying? It's just and like I said, because like I said, I still love the game. Like I play, like I said, I've been playing the Walking Dead Telltale series. They came out a decade ago, and hey, maybe that's another sign. Like maybe that's another score for maybe the gaming industry is falling off because I can play older games all day. I was low key thinking about playing um just drawing a blank, but what's that boxing game called that came out on
Oh,
like
Fight
360? I
Night.
think
Fight Night.
Fight Night.
Yeah.
I was thinking about streaming that the other day because I was like, bro, this was a good game in its time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and it's just games like that. Like, bro, why haven't we got another Fight Night? You know what I'm saying? And like the
Like
story,
NCAA.
it was
Like we're
there.
getting it now. We're getting NCAA
Yeah,
now.
that's what I'm saying.
But
Maybe the
like,
future is bright. Maybe the future is bright for gaming. Like we get NCAA
yeah.
coming soon, which is going to be I hope they do not flop on this game. I
Dude,
pray
if
that they don't
only
flop.
you dude.
Like, oh my gosh, they cannot physically mess this up. All they have to do is literally take NCAA 12 and put next gen graphics on it, and that's all. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for
Yeah.
nothing fancy. That's literally it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Literally. And just give me the ability to play my friends just like I do on Madden. Like if it had the Madden playability but played like NCAA 14, I'd never play another game.
Nah, yeah,
Seriously.
and there's another thing I want to hit on.
Go
You
ahead.
know what I'm saying,
Go ahead. I'm just listening, dude. I'm telling you, I'm
bro?
enjoying this.
Why is it all games cross platform? And like I said, there's probably stuff behind the scenes that I don't know about. But
I know
like,
you didn't
I'm
see me
telling you,
about through my damn headset when you said that. Yeah.
because like literally that would make gaming with friends at least 10 times more fun. Because I know how many like I missed out on so many fun gaming experiences with like you and the boys because I play on PlayStation, y'all play on Xbox. I just recently had to cop an Xbox just so I can play with my friends. You know what I'm saying? And that is so dumb. Like I know a lot of it goes into like money and all that stuff like that, but like, and I was telling Tuna, a mod of mine, this. Even if they just did something where like the multiplayer, like 2K, that's not exclusive. Like if PlayStation want to keep their games exclusive, that's fine. I'm a-okay with that. Like, and if Xbox wants to keep their games exclusive, you know what I'm saying? That's cool too. But like for the public games that you can't play on both consoles, why aren't they cross-platform? Like for instance, like all the sports games, like 2K, Madden. I don't know if FIFA is cross-play or not.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
why
not.
aren't those games cross-platform? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, maybe there's somebody that can like explain that to more detail in the comment section because it's probably something to do with money and greediness and all this. But like, I'm telling you,
And
that would be like
I would think
a lot.
greediness is a big part of it. Like if you come to it like this, if you want to talk about greed, I don't see why, and this is just me talking with me and you.
Yeah.
Like, and we're being honest with each other.
Yeah.
Why in the hell can't two major companies that make billions of dollars each year come to some agreement where they can split some type of cost off of a cross-platform server-like game, like Modern Warfare, for example? PlayStation and Xbox and PC all play together on, say, Warzone or multiplayer,
Yeah.
and that game is making, if they want to talk money, millions of dollars, and
Possibly billions.
yeah,
Word.
and everybody, it's still being played. It's almost like Grand Theft Auto. Imagine Grand Theft Auto's next level if it was cross-platform.
Oh my! I'm telling, it would have
Like,
gone for another 10 years.
yeah,
It'd gone for another 10 years. We would never get enough for GTA 5, man. They would never make GTA 6 at that point.
exactly. I mean, it's things like that. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. Like this Modern Warfare 2, I'm assuming it's gonna be cross-plat. Same deal.
I'm hoping.
And it's going to hit the same, just like this Modern Warfare did. Because not only did they combine Modern Warfare, they combined. Oh, excuse me. They combined Black Ops, the new Black Ops, Cold War, and now they're about to add in. They're gonna make Warzone 2, or they're restarting it with newer graphics and stuff.
I seen that.
With Modern Warfare 2, and that's fine. They had two games worth on the same thing. Black Ops, our favorites, Black Ops and Modern Warfare, throw them into a game, and then boom, you had it. Cross-platform, everybody loved it, everybody enjoyed it, things like that. And now they're restarting with newer graphics, just like you would expect them to do, and new servers, and restart, but keep the same idea, same concept. Why can't more games do that? Like,
Nah, I can't agree anymore. I think that's exactly what I was hitting on.
Like, I don't think it took so much out of their ability to make that game cross-platform to make them lose. There's nobody that loses in that situation, if you ask me.
Because I was about to say the only thing losing right now is us as, like, gamers. We're the only ones losing out in this situation because, I mean, they're still getting their money. You know what I'm saying? They don't really care how we feel about it. I mean, they're still going to get their money at the end of the day because I don't care what nobody say. They can talk bad about 2K and how bad it is, but there's still 70-80% of this world that's still going to buy and play it every single day just because they love basketball or they love football. And I was about to say, and maybe we're slowly but surely getting one step closer to every game being cross-platform because when you see it, most of these games that are multiplayer or cross-platform, like they are like, especially like the shooter games, like Fortnite really evolutionized it. And then, I mean, Warzone, Apex. I mean, you see all these big streamed games are cross-platform. So maybe that's like a big step. You know what I'm saying? For
in the right direction.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. And we can only hope because I can't tell you how many times I'm praying every year when the new 2K or the new Madden drops. I'm like, please let this be the year where they announce that it's cross-play.
Yeah, like seriously.
And it's sad that we have to think like that because it's like, bro, all these games are becoming cross-platform. What is stopping some of the top sports gaming companies from like just saying, hey, we're still going to make tons of money off of microtransactions because, I mean, that's dominantly where they get their money on, especially on 2K and Madden with packs openings and stuff like that. Like, they're going to spend money on the game regardless. Why not just make it cross-play? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I 100% agree on that.
But yeah.
And it's like I was saying, and I wonder, does it really take that much? Is it really
honestly, like I said,
like somebody that might have has done a little bit more research than me,
or us,
like let me know in the comments because I'm generally just in my sense. I mean, I know you are too, baffled by why we just can't get more games or not if all games. Why can't there be something signed into like like some type of deal? Nintendo Switch, anything. But I mean, they're multi-million-dollar companies. There's some way, there's some deal that can be made. Mm-hmm. If that's what it takes. I don't even know what it took to get Modern Warfare like that. Maybe it took something on the Modern Warfare team to get that done. But whatever it took, why can't that be done with everything? Why can't there be a big deal like Game Pass, like with some of the with Xbox? Xbox has signed them getting all these games with Game Pass. That's about to make them, I think, the superior console. Is literally, and that's another topic in itself for a later day. But just touching on a little bit, they have signed a couple of deals with these new companies, like getting all these games. Like they already had Halo, but a lot of games, and there's a couple I can't name off the top of my head right now, and that's bad right now on me. But
exclusive or
no, not exclusive. Well, I guess. Well,
okay.
They signed. I think they signed a deal to make some games exclusive.
Nah, yeah. Like for instance,
well, there was some I can't remember.
Like multiplayer games wise, obviously, the ones that we named earlier, like Warzone, Fortnite, Apex. Right. But there's so many other games that we all play that are cross-platform. I mean, and this, this may be, I guess you could say cliche, but Among Us, Among Us is cross-play. They got. I think you can play with anybody up from mobile to PC to console at this point. Yeah. So like
anybody. And I wonder how and they got the VR thing too. I wonder, can you play VR while their game looks that way, but their other person's game looks the other freaking way? I don't know. Among Us does it all. They can do it their way. I mean, who says they can't do it that way too? Just because they got it in play, they already got the stone, the foundation of it. So,
yeah.
Why can't they?
Or even if they made like something like, I mean, this is probably kind of far-fetched, but like, I'm not too sure if this is how it works, but Minecraft, they have two different versions of Minecraft. I think they have Java and then Bedrock, right?
Right.
On one of those, you can play on consoles, cross-platform between PlayStation and Xbox, but you just can't play with PC.
Right.
Am I right or am I tripping?
It's something like that. You can play no, you can play Xbox because it's a Microsoft owned thing. You can play
Mm-hmm.
Xbox and PC, but not Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay.
But I think PlayStation can play with mobile players like on your phone.
Mm,
It's weird, but that's how their crossplay works. So why can't there be something like I was saying? Why can't there be something in place where there's just Minecraft and it don't matter what you
yeah,
buy, it's whatever you prefer, whatever your preference is, that's what you can play on. It shouldn't be limited to my buddy doesn't have it.
exactly. That's exactly it.
You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got to go into the details of like me and you game share on Xbox, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't got to go to the point where you can find a way to make people where they can game share Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
That's a little far fetched.
Nah, yeah.
You know, you can limit that to say self consoles if you have the same console stuff.
Nah,
And
yeah.
that might be an incentive to buy the same console, but let that be an
Mm-hmm.
incentive. Don't let it be something that holds you back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let that be something that adds it. Like, well, if you buy, like just like on both of them, if you buy our console, you get to play the same. You get games not necessarily
Yeah.
for free, but you get to share games with your buddies.
Mm-hmm. And I was just about to say, like we're not asking for every, like you know what I'm saying, for every single game to be cross-platform, just a multiplayer. Because like I'm okay with games having exclusives. I feel like that would be a big incentive to buy a specific console, not for the reason you said, like, oh, I have to buy this console if I want to play with my friends in general. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with them keeping exclusive games, like shoot, PlayStation can keep God of War. You know what I'm saying? That's a single player game, anyways.
Right.
Xbox can keep, you know what I'm saying, Halo. Or you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
however that works. Like I mean, Halo is different because it's multiplayer.
But you get what I'm saying.
But like even
Yeah.
like that, like you can play with people on PC and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a Microsoft owned company, if I'm not mistaken. I might be tripping. But yeah, it's just like we're not asking for a lot. We just want the big multiplayer games. And me personally, I just want the sports games to be cross played. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking for. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, you're gonna make money. Because in my opinion,
and I wonder is that something with
buy
EA and 2K, like because
Yep.
EA and 2K
Maybe
have
it's
to
just
make a
something with them.
deal, and but like, dude, if they always say we're for the consumer,
I'm saying
all this stuff,
yeah.
but obviously not. Obviously,
Nah,
not.
yeah.
And I mean, they're sure there's some they listen to what they want in maybe the next game. Like EA listened to us saying we won an NCAA 13 years later.
Nah, yeah.
Like
it only took a decade.
Yeah, it only took 10 years to get it right.
Word.
But they listen, and that's fine. Listen to those things. But like, come on, man. We want stuff like this.
Exactly.
And
like I said, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go.
I was just gonna say, I mean, I feel like personally, if they did something like that, it would, like me personally, like I said, I don't know how the pricing works, but I feel like the price would skyrocket because, in my opinion, that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, because you don't have to worry about not being able. Because I feel like, let's just say, for instance, if 2K was cross-platform this year, I don't know if that would have persuaded, you know what I'm saying, our friends to, you know what I'm saying, buy it or not, but. You know what I'm saying? It would be easier for them to make a decision like, oh, I'm not buying it. I can't even play with who I want to play with anyways. I can only play with this specific group. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like they're still gonna make money regardless because, like I said, people are gonna continue to spend they're gonna spend money on micro transactions. As much as people hate it, they're still gonna do it because who doesn't like to get that boost? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they're gonna continue to do stuff like that. So I don't know. I just like
they're
you
still
said,
gonna
maybe
have
it's
the
just
pay to
something
win
behind the scenes.
aspect, or almost like,
Mm-hmm.
or like Madden Ultimate Team. They're still gonna have you can buy packs and stuff like that. You're still gonna sell the game.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
I mean, now that we're thinking about it and getting really into it, do you think it could be them truly fearing that one console may be superior and they just get bought out on one end?
That's what I hear a lot. That's what I hear a lot. But I don't think that should be the concern, though. I feel like if that's the case, like if they make games cross-platform, I feel like that would make people more comfortable just choosing what they prefer. Because at that point, that's literally because people can say Xbox got better specs than PlayStation, but when at the end of the day, when you play each console, they both dang near play identically. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's going to be a huge factor into to like why someone would go out of their way to buy a different console over this console. It's just genuinely what they would prefer. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that too.
But
Like even for this, I wanted to do. I love God of War. God of War
exactly.
Ragnarok's coming out, I believe, soon, within the next month.
Very
I think.
soon.
And I don't have a PlayStation 5.
Nah,
So
yeah.
if I want to stream that or record that for my channel, I'm gonna have to
You
cough
would
up some
literally have
cash.
to, yeah.
And
Either that or play it on PS4, and it's
you
just
know,
not the same as
well,
you
I'm
know what
not
I'm saying,
saying
playing that
that,
on the next
you
gen.
know, but that's an exclusive. So I used the wrong thing there, but that will be an incentive for them like me. I'm going to have to go if I want to play that freaking game or Spider-Man.
Yeah,
If I want to play that game, I got to go buy the freaking console.
exactly.
But like,
Nah, I
but
can
it's
agree.
not or it's like you know how many people would like say Jedi Fallen Order for example. What if Xbox found a way to make that shit an Xbox
Exclusive.
exclusive? That I'm not saying they got to do that, but I'm saying that would freaking and I ain't, and I might be getting off a weird topic here, but you
Nah,
know,
you're good.
like I'm getting on a little tangent about that shit, and it upsets me because I feel like if they were working for the people, you know, like working for what they say,
Exactly.
the consumer, that's something they could have, like something as basic as that, something that's
Yeah,
cross-platform on
honestly.
games that should be cross-platform, and I can't believe this. I think like when they go to say COD events or
hmm
Madden tournaments, like they have championships for that. They have pro leagues or whatever you want
Nah,
to call
yeah.
it. What do they play? Do you know? Like, do I have to play? Like, if I'm the number one Madden player in the world, but I play Xbox, but the championships played on PlayStation, do I still get considered in that?
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah, that's
like
the thing. If it was cross-platform, and then heck, that can even go into affect your gameplay. Because like, what if you're like, I don't know, like I said, I don't watch tournaments like that very often. But like,
right,
what if, like, for an example, what if I play Madden exclusively on PlayStation 5 or PS4, and I'm used to that specific controller and those controls? I know it's not a big difference, but let's just say the finals or the championship is played with Xbox. It's like I said, it's not no big difference, but it's like, okay, I'm not as comfortable as I would be. And like I said, maybe there's just like maybe they got specific controllers where
well, then again,
I don't know if
yeah.
that's possible, but you know what
Well,
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying they could be playing on, and then I ain't looking into it. They could be playing on
Yeah,
PC, and you're able to use any controller that has Bluetooth. But
yeah,
I'm saying, like, I'm thinking from my perspective, some guy who hasn't looked that much into it, you know, like,
yeah, exactly.
but what, like, and it could be simple as that. What if they didn't play it on PC though? You know, like, where does
Nah,
that
yeah.
stand? You know, where does that stand for guys that play Xbox and play PlayStation?
Or exclusive consoles, you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
or like say like back when COD was exclusively like remember that it was when we was in our golden years. They
Nah,
switched
yeah.
COD to exclusively PlayStation got all the good shit first. You know, like used to be
Yeah.
Xbox got it, but then now PlayStation gets it. I
hmm
don't know if it's still the same way. I just remember that was a big deal when I was younger, and you know. I can't remember what at the time. Was it only played on PlayStation when they got to the COD League? You know what I'm talking about, the COD Championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, that's
Because you
exactly
know,
it. Like, how does that work?
if they signed a deal with PlayStation, PlayStation
Nah,
should
yeah.
be, you know, I would think that will be their console. It's the one that they sponsored or whatever they did. Why
Nah,
that should be the
yeah.
thing. You know, there's a lot of shit, and it just takes away from us, the users, the guys. It don't take away from them.
Nah, yeah, they still gonna get their money regardless. Because, like I said, people are gonna continue to buy these games just because. I
Right.
mean, they either love shooting, they love playing basketball, whatever they love to do, they're gonna buy the game. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's bad or not, it's just the fact that, like, bro, I shouldn't have to. Like I said, I shouldn't have to go out of my way just because I want to be in a Madden league with my friends. I shouldn't have to go out of my way to buy a whole nother console, even though I already got the game on one console. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I said, I just feel like it's just an inconvenience at this point. You know what I mean? Because like I said, me personally, I missed out on like 3 years of like Maddens with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Just because I had PlayStation and y'all had Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And so like it's just annoying. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it seems like we're rambling or you know what I'm saying, going on and on about cross platform. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, to rebuttal back to the original question, I feel like if the gaming industry would like to be, I guess you could say, revived, I feel like crossplay on the major multiplayer games is definitely one step in the or one big step in the right direction for sure.
Oh, I
And
believe that 100%, dude. And
nah, yeah,
in reality, you know, we talk about like we were saying earlier, you know, on deciding what you want to make. Because, like, I agree, and I didn't really put my part into this earlier because you
mm-hmm,
know, um, no, it hasn't felt the same, especially with sports games, but in games in
mm-hmm,
general. Like me personally, from my point of view, from one game I played, Pokemon. Let me go ahead and speak on this
Yeah.
fact right now. Because if you don't feel this way with this new game coming out, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I can hope for the best because I think it's gonna be a multiplayer co-op story, but that's something I've always asked for. But I'm just saying,
I think that'd be dope. Oh my god,
but
that'd be so dope.
and I love the Nintendo Switch, all that type of stuff, you know. Anyways,
Mhm.
besides that, when I used to load up Pokemon Sapphire as a kid, younger kid, like 10 years old, or Pokemon, what was it, Red, or Soul Silver, any of the new ones. The original, for example, for updated cases, the original Diamond, Pokemon Diamond, they just came out with the remake. These remakes aren't the same. They don't hit me the same. They're just not. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know if you play Pokemon. But I'm just hitting on that topic in particular for people that do, and they gotta feel this way. I would think
and yeah,
it just
and I
isn't
and
the same game no
okay.
more.
Yeah, and I'm like I said, I'm a casual whenever it comes to playing the Pokemon games. But I just recently bought a Switch so I could play the Pokemon, and this is just not the same vibe. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. And like I said, maybe it's just because I am getting a bit older, but it just seemed like it just wasn't as. It's kind of like it's kind of repetitive for one, and then I don't know. It's just not. It doesn't hit the same, man. It just doesn't. It just doesn't hit the same. I don't know what exactly it's
Like,
missing though.
like when I used to go and like when they good thing they brought gyms back in Sword and Shield, but
Mm-hmm.
they turned it into like this big championship thing, which I thought was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But they took gyms out for 2 generations, Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Sun. There was no gyms. They had their trials or whatever it was called, and it wasn't. It's not a gym battle. That first gym battle when you walked in as your first time. Oh, and I know nothing will ever compare to the dramatic effect it had when you first
Nah,
loaded up
yeah.
Pokemon, and you picked your Squirtle or your Charmander, whatever the hell you picked. We know.
Nah, yeah.
You know, it'd never be that. It'd never be that again. But you can still give me a vibe like, hey, dude, you feel like a kid again playing this freaking Pokemon game. It's like an OG Pokemon game. You know, like stop making Pokemon out of fucking keys. Bring me a fucking dinosaur
I'm
again.
saying,
Bring
man,
bring bring
like
me a Charizard. You know, bring me a big ass lizard that destroys shit. You know, like
for
that.
real.
You know, like that's the stuff that I used to look forward to as a. You know, that's what made Pokemon, for example. You know, that's what made me enjoy the game because I used to be like, shit.
Nah,
Like
yeah.
you didn't pick Charizard because he was a little cute lizard. You picked him because he's gonna be a badass. Like,
I'm saying
yeah,
once he evolves, you know it's over. Once he evolves, it's called, bro. It's called. You just know. Like,
yeah. That's the thing, you know. And and I don't get that with any racing game. Like you was talking about racing games,
yeah,
like, bro, if you know anything, like God rest his soul, but me and Pete used to play Midnight Club like religiously,
yeah.
like,
And I can literally hit up my brother right now. And like you said, we used to play that. We used to play it religiously. I remember. I vividly remember. I used to play on my like on my brother's account or whatever. Because you know, what I'm saying back on the day, back
yeah,
in the day, it was on. You know, what I'm saying I think PS3 if I'm not mistaken. They'd be like, whatever you do not pink slip my car. And I know, I knew I'd see a fire car, and I'm like, I mean, it would be proud if I won it, but I know if I lost, God, you know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, you know what I'm saying? It was the end of the world. And I just feel like, bro, like games are missing that it factor. You know what I'm saying? That excitement, in my opinion. It's just, I don't know.
yeah, I
It's
100%
just not the
agree.
same.
It's kind of like almost with what's what's another one? Yeah, that's another thing. Going back to games, that's just like that. The Pokemon was the big one for me because God,
Mhm.
I just don't think Pokemon's been it. I mean, Sword and Shield was
Yeah.
all right, but it was
Mhm.
nice to replay the Pokemon Diamond games. It was all right, but then they came out with Pokemon Arceus, the Legends or whatever, and it wasn't it for me. It wasn't. It was just too different. Like I
Yeah.
know what they
And
try
like,
to do, and they're gonna try to bring it back with the new one, open world
mhm.
style. I believe it's gonna be 2-player co-op, 4-player co-op even, maybe. I'm not sure, but it wasn't. Yeah, actually, it wasn't even multiplayer at all. It was a big ass open world game that wasn't multiplayer. Like you couldn't even battle your friends. This
That's
was the
just
first
weird.
Pokemon
That is
game
weird.
that I knew of that was a actual like series generational. Like you got Pokemon Sword, Shield, Pokemon, whatever. Legends
Mhm.
Arceus is what it was. You know, that you couldn't even play with friends at all. You couldn't even go battle. You would build up this team like me, Drew, and Bladen, and you're going to see this. We used to pick up and
Yeah.
battle each other. Like we would just train. Yeah, we're beating the game, but we would train to fight each other. Like
Nah, yeah.
you know. But then I was kind of like, okay, I'm building for what?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what's the end
And like
goal?
I said, I can't really speak too much on Pokemon because, like I said, I'm just a casual whenever it comes to playing the Pokemon games, and so like I feel like I mean, like the what you're hitting on are like crucial
Yeah,
to like the Pokemon games. I could see why it'd be like frustrating. You know what I'm saying? I can see where
yeah.
the frustration could come into play for sure.
Mm-hmm. Or even if you want to jump to another topic, let's say Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
They were on a bad turn not here too far long ago with the whole, um, the going futuristic and pushing it.
Oh yeah.
That was
Mm-hmm.
not cool. And then they
At
tried to
all.
go old. It in Battlefield both, and
Yeah.
that shit. Mm-mm.
And I was just
I
gonna say that.
I liked
Go ahead.
Advanced Warfare. I liked Advanced Warfare, but that
Mm-hmm.
that was that was probably it. Like I didn't play. Matter of fact, I didn't even touch Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, it was
Not once.
rough. I'm not gonna lie, it was rough. It's very rough.
Oh
And
man.
I think because like I said, everybody has their own opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's gonna be some people out there that loves Infinite Warfare. You know what I'm saying? They love the flying aspect of the game and the futuristic aspect. But then there's some people that's like, bro, just give me regular shooting. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah.
no
Give
laser
me
shooting
Call of
out of my
Duty.
gun.
Give me the
Yeah.
OG Call of Duty. Give me Modern Warfare 2. And they're
Mhm.
on that. They're doing that. They've been doing
Yeah.
that, and they're giving us
And
that, and we'll find that out Friday. I'll find it out.
yeah.
I'll find out if it's going to hit like it used to. I recently replayed on my own time, pulled out the 360, plugged in Modern Warfare 2, and played the campaign again. And even went and rewatched the old videos, watching some of the old YouTubers I used to like to watch react to the ending scene again, and all the cuts and stuff. So I'm kind of getting my general basis of what Modern Warfare 2 used to be like for me, and I want to see how that's going to turn up Friday when I replay it or whenever I replay it and put it on content on YouTube, stream, whatever, for everybody to see. And I want to know, I mean, or if you have already played it, does it? You ain't got to spoil it. Does just say yes or no? Does it? Because I believe the campaign is out now, but you got to
Yeah.
pre-order the game.
If
I
you
just haven't
pre-ordered
done
it, I think,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. You let me know now. Let us know now or whatever if the game is still what it used to be. If you've already played it, let us know. Is it still? You ain't got to spoil. Don't spoil for
And I don't
anybody.
mean to cut you off, but by the time this podcast is uploaded, the game will have been out. So let
Yeah,
us
the full
know.
game's gonna
How
be.
was your first reaction? You know what I'm saying? How was your reaction to the campaign, the gameplay? Like I said, you don't have to spoil it, but you can just let us know, like,
Yeah.
how's it feel? You know what I'm saying? But you can go back to what you were saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
I just
mean
had
that's
to
that's
throw that
basically
in
what
there.
that's basically what it was. Just let us know. Does it hit the same way? When I don't know what else is going to happen. I don't know. I haven't been spoiled. I've been keeping myself away from TikTok just for that very reason.
Yeah.
But does it hit the same? Does it hit the same way? Even if it is a little different, because even the first Modern Warfare was a little different. Does it hit the same way like you want it to? We've all played the first Modern Warfare. Did it hit that ending scene when you seen Soap and Ghost be mentioned in Team 117 or 177? I can't remember the actual number, but you know what I'm talking about. If
Yeah.
if you remembered like how it was, did that hit you the same way when you watched that? I know when they said their names and they did the little scene at the end, it hit the same for me. Tell me, does Modern Warfare 2 hit the same way for you?
Mm.
Does it
Yeah.
do the same thing? Because it's crazy how games can, and it might be because that's our generation too. Like we grew up with Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Maybe for people that grew up with, say, the original Grand Theft Autos, they don't really give a shit about, or not even like
GTA 5.
like those games, or like anybody that was gained before then, they might not have cared about the new Modern Warfares. Like
Yeah.
they didn't grow up with it. Say it was like World War II, they were into the World War II games, like not the new ones, or like even like if you grew up and that was your time period was Infinite Warfare, and you don't care about Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. And I don't mean to drag out the Call of Duty topic too much, but I guess you could say a great example is Call of Duty Vanguard. They tried to, because like you said, a lot of people were very upset about the futuristic aspect. They were going too futuristic. We just want some good old school COD. You know what I'm saying? And they tried to do that with Vanguard. I didn't play the campaign. I played the multiplayer. Apparently, at launch, it had a bunch of flaws. But I played it a couple months after the launch when it went on sale. And I'm not gonna lie, me personally, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people, I think it just got a lot of hate because a lot of their favorite streamers were like, "Oh, this game is trash." You know what I'm saying? Is you know what I'm saying? Is lame. But I do understand where people like were frustrated because like Beacon, he's a mod of mine. You know what I'm saying? A great friend of mine. He told me one of his biggest flaws with Vanguard is just that it's just inconsistent because like it's like correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to take place in the World Awards. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
I
that.
believe so. I didn't play it.
Why do
I
they have?
tell you this as a
Why,
big Call of Duty fan, I didn't play it at all.
I played it, you know what I'm saying, just to
Right.
give it a try. And I, like I said, I enjoyed it. But like Beacon was, he was telling me, he was like, if this taking place in World War, why do I have an anime skin girl on my gun? You know what I'm saying, on multiplayer. I don't want to. And like, it's cool to have cool like skins and stuff on it, but like, I shouldn't have a alien gun with anime girls on it shooting lasers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I'm in the, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the World War. They didn't have these type of guns. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're trying to be creative with the game. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, to get kind of stale if they just had the games that or the guns that were in World War.
You
But
know.
I do understand where like those diehard fans come, you know what I'm saying, where they're like, you know what I'm saying, we want it to be placed in the World War, you know what I'm saying? I want to feel like I'm in
Right.
that environment, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can see where the frustration comes into play. But me personally, I enjoyed Vanguard. I think the multiplayer was really good. I didn't play the campaign though.
Yeah.
So don't quote me on that.
And getting out of the COD topic, which I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because we've been ranting on that for a minute. I mean, and
Not yet.
kind of bringing it to a close in a sense.
Not yet.
It's just been weird with games lately, and it might be us growing up too with the generation. But like something as simple, I'm gonna bring up a game, Star Wars Fallen Order.
Mm,
That has been that was the I believe the only story mode driven Star Wars game we've gotten.
it was so good. Oh my god, it was so good.
But like even like it took 2 games to do it. So you had that game, which was great as a story mode, but you
Yep.
also so they gave us something we never got. But when they dropped Battlefront 2, the new Battlefront 2, it gave me
Uh-huh.
good vibes of like when I used to play it with Drew and Bladen.
Yeah.
They had like it gave me old vibes, like old PlayStation 2
Yeah.
vibes. It isn't the best thing. It's not the same, but it's as close as you're gonna get, and it's they did what they needed to do, and I wish they wouldn't have like stopped. Now they're not producing content for it anymore, but their
Yeah.
servers are still up, but they're not producing any more releases, any more updates. No
Updates,
more
things of that
Jedi's.
nature.
Yeah, it's a finished product in their eyes, but it was awesome. It kind of gave me a rejuvenation, and I was like, okay, see, this is a game where I can come back and be like, okay, I like this because it reminds me of my childhood. There's not many games that's out there right now that say, yeah, that's my childhood. And it's not just me personally. I hope I mean not
Yeah.
just me personally, but me and you feel the same way. We've talked about it for an hour now. We know
Mhm.
how this works, and there's not many games that feel that way for us anymore. It's just not
Yeah.
because maybe it's just that they're trying to hit on the new pay to win.
Yep.
Everybody's in on the battle royale scheme right
Oh,
now.
most definitely.
You know,
This is
like
hit. It's what's hot right now, really.
yeah, and it's been hot for a while. And
Hmm.
like say like when people dropped Among Us, a new,
And
you
it
know,
was nice. It was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like just new genres. You know what I'm saying? New types of games. I didn't mean to say new genre because obviously there were games like Among Us that came out before that a lot of people didn't know about. But I just feel like just new gameplay. You know what I'm saying? New types of games. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want something new. Like I mean, don't get me wrong. I love a good battle royale, but like, come on, like, give me something new. Like, I want a really good racing game. You know what I'm saying? I want a really good racing game. That's like one thing I've been praying for. You know what I'm saying? That's just real street racing. You know what I'm saying? Like just like genuine street racing.
right, I 100%
But
agree.
to rebuttal to what I'm saying, the question at hand, my final answer would be, I guess I don't want to. This is probably a cop out answer, but honestly, it's probably a little bit of both. But if I had to lean towards one side of the scale, it'd probably just be the gaming industry. Like I said, I mean, there's so many ways that they can improve it to make someone like, what I'm saying, in our generation or the older generation enjoy gaming a bit more. But yeah, I'm gonna have to lean on the side of the gaming industry has fallen off. and maybe it's got a bright future ahead with these new games that are releasing soon.
Uh,
You?
I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna go with the gaming industry because there's still, like I said, the reason I say the gaming industry, and I should have
Mm-hmm.
put this in more terms, the fact that there is some games out there still hitting like they used to
Yeah.
says that there can still be other games out there. Just because they're not doesn't mean they don't exist. Like there's still
Nah,
a few, and they might not. They might have already came out, but I'm saying there needs to be more that comes out that relays it. Like I used to play Halo. Like, and I'm bringing up another thing, and I'm closing. I'm closing on this part, and I will be done with it.
nah, yeah.
Like,
Yes.
like the new Halo game. Does it hit like Halo 3? No.
I don't know. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? This
I'm
is
just saying.
another
I'm saying,
one of
look at
those
the
topics.
reviews. You don't even have to play the game.
You-
Look at the
yeah.
reviews. You know, like I'm sure it plays great next gen graphics. Woo, fun. But it's not Halo 3. It's not Halo 3 ODST.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not those games that used to blow
Mhm.
your mind when you were 12 years old. That's what games
Nah,
are for, in a sense. I think when we make games like this, we're just big ass kids that want to be
honestly,
entertained like kids. You want to be
nah,
brought in and secluded into a game when you play it, to where it makes you feel like a kid sometimes, or make you feel like a
yeah.
badass one. It makes you feel some type of way,
Yeah.
and I just feel like the game industry don't do that as often as it should. Some people do it right,
Nah,
like the guys bringing Fallen Order. They're bringing Fallen Order 2.
hopefully they don't settle back on that. Hopefully it is just as good as the first
yeah,
one.
yeah, they're
Uh,
doing their job.
not better. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And yeah, and I 100% agree. Like you can ask my girlfriend right now, she will tell you I'm probably the biggest kid she knows. Because I mean, I'm a kid at heart, you know. So I love to game, man. Like, bro, like I said, when I tell you gaming is my passion, and not to the fact, like not to the point to where I want to create games and stuff like that, but the fact, like actual gaming, like playing video games, is genuinely a passion. It's just amazing. And although me and Ayzo could talk for hours and hours on the gaming industry and just gaming in general, unfortunately we do have to come to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying, on the podcast. And I must say, for the first episode, the pilot episode, I feel like Ayzo and I did a splendid job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Give us some
I just
credit,
want to
man.
say,
Jeez.
nah, yeah, I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying, for you know what I'm saying, for starting the podcast with me. And I don't want to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, like I said, obviously we got to come to an end eventually, but I do want to end it on just the origin story, I guess you could say, of how we came up with the podcast, or like how we came up with the ideal of starting a podcast.
Yeah.
And then we can call it after that. I just want to say, literally, I was just at work one day, and I just I messaged Ayzo and a group of our friends in a group chat. I said, "Hey, I'm trying to start a podcast." I said, "Are y'all trying to start a podcast?" And Ayzo was all down for it, and so was our other friends. But you know what I'm saying, Ayzo was just like, he was dedicated. You know, he wanted to start it, and I was like, "That's the energy I want on the, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast." So I just want to say thank you. You know what I'm saying, for going on this journey with me. I think it's going to be a magnificent journey. And thank you to all that are watching this podcast right now and made it this far in the podcast. Thank you so much for making it this far. And I just want to say thank you. And if you enjoyed the podcast today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe with the notification bell on. And yeah, any more
well,
you know what I'm saying, anything else you want to talk about?
Like, and I think I'm gonna say that too. You guys, and I'm looking to the camera when I say this.
Nah, yeah.
From the guys who's gonna watch this, that came from Twitch, that's followed us, that's in the Discord, that listens to our bullshit every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And to anybody that's here now, we appreciate you even clicking on the video. But if you do want to, if you feel that you enjoyed this talk, there's gonna be more. We both stream.
Absolutely.
Twitches are right below us over there and then here.
And there'll also be a direct link to our exact Twitch channels in the description below. So look in that description box. Hey,
yeah. But just make sure to hit that subscribe button. You know, follow us on Twitch. Ring the bell, all that stuff. You know, turn notices on for Twitch. You know, all the nitpicky stuff to let you know that we're streaming or whatever we're doing. But you guys have the reason we do this or want to do this is because people support us, have shown us support, and we know there's something there that could be even more awesome than it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because of you guys. And we as buddies, kids that grew up with each other, we want to say thank you. to you guys. And this is one of many. And I'm not trying to get sappy, but I just had to be that guy. You guys are awesome, and all the links are in the description. So yeah. Check out anything, Jeremy. If you have any upcoming things on your side, go ahead and feel free to plug in what you have coming. Tell Siri something. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, like Ayzo said, we both stream on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much every other day, practically daily. But I did want to touch on this when you know what I'm saying, just why I came up with the idea of wanting to start a podcast. Literally, like, cause Ayzo knows obviously, but I grew up with two deaf parents. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, you know what I'm saying, I didn't have really that many people to talk to. My siblings were all older and moved out by the time I, you know what I'm saying, got into high school. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just love to talk, and I feel like I have very entertaining topics that I would love to, you know what I'm saying, just to get out to you guys. So that was like the big thing behind it. I just was like, it was just a matter of fact of just finding somebody to talk with on the podcast. And you know what I'm saying? Excellent co-host, Ayzo. And like he said, I mean, we just appreciate you guys so much for watching the Bird's Nest podcast. It's the first of many episodes. Like he said, we upload the podcast every Friday. Make sure you got the notification bell rung to be notified every single time we upload a podcast episode. And that being said, the Bird's Nest podcast.
All right, and here, we'll go ahead and you want to set our first goal? 50 subs. We set our first 50 subs. We'll do a full live podcast. We'll get it up. And
100 subs. Let's up it. 100 subs, and we'll do a live stream podcast, a live podcast.
Yeah, and
just to get us from under our feet.
Yeah, no time to think, no time to talk, just
raw footage. You know what I'm saying? No script. We just click and go live and
talking. But we appreciate you guys. Hit the comment. Go check the comments. Let us know everything we asked, because I can't remember everything we asked in the past hour. But anything that you've seen, let us know down below. Like and comment.
Yeah, I was about to say, another big thing is let us know in the comments, like, what are some things you would like for us to talk about? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
some
please.
Hot takes, debates, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's the more the merrier.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
But thank you guys again for tuning in. This is the 50th thank you you're going to have. Because we can't, literally. But no, and this ain't it being edited. This is just honest truth that we really do appreciate you guys. And we will, catch you guys in the next one.
I'm saying, it's the Bird's Nest podcast, and we're out.
Peace.